Okay, guys, so I'm back. And this time I decided to talk about children. And you guys know that my son is a big part of my life. Um, like I said, if it wasn't for my child, I probably wouldn't have grown up as quickly as I have. And I'm not going to say just motherhood caused me to grow up. I'm also going to say because of the death of my mother, it caused me to grow up pretty quickly too. So I just want to basically talk to all the young moms out there, or mom to bees, or women who want to have children in the future, or even women who have been through that and just agree with me. And the basic thing that I want to say is that the children come first. That's always, that's forever, forever. Like it never stops. Even after they turn 18 and they're supposed to move out and all that stuff. I think your children shall always come first. You know, once you get married, people say, "Oh, your husband comes first." No, because most likely my husband will be my child's father, and he will need to understand that our son comes first, not him. Always. I mean, that's just how I am. You know, I get things for my son like I'm supposed to before I get things for myself. And if I do go shopping or buy all these hair products, these expensive hair products, and most of the time they're inexpensive, but they do add up. I make sure my son has diapers. I make sure my son has some type of food. Thank God he eats table food now. So I make sure if I'm eating, I have to think like, oh, did I feed Tony? Did he eat? Let me feed him. So I feed him first. You know, I might have took a couple of bites, and if I'm starving, I'll be like, here, and give him some of my food if he can, chew it, and if it's, edible for him. But I just want you ladies to know that the children always, always come first. And you don't have to get your children the most expensive things. I notice, like, I'm 21. I have friends that are 20 and 19 that have had children, and they think it's like all fun. Like the child is a doll baby, and for the boys they buy like all kinds of Jordans and $50 beef and broccolis for them, and butters and all that dumb crap that they're gonna grow out of anyway within the course of a few months. Me, on the other hand, like my son has a pair of Jordans, but I caught them on sale. They were $20. They might not be the best pair of shoes, and he might not be the freshest, but he has clothes. And it's cold outside. It's snow outside, as a matter of fact, right now. And he has long sleeve shirts and sweaters and coats and everything. He even has the full baby bodysuit that we put on him that his grandmother loves to see him in because she's a big sap towards him. But he has things. That's my point. He has things. He's a baby. Nobody cares really what he's wearing. Like my son never looks terrible, but I'm not gonna spend my last bit of money on brand name clothes or just to go to a children's place and buy him a bunch of clothes that he's gonna eventually outwear and get too big for. I actually have a cousin who has like a shopping addiction, and she's like, well, I mean, it's not that bad. I took back this sweater I bought to get my daughter some boots. Your daughter has like 20 pairs of boots. What 4-year old has 20 pairs of boots, and her mom lives in a, a 3-bedroom house with 3 other people, and your child has 20 pairs of boots, and you share a room with your child, and you have a section where all your shoes are, your daughter has a section where all her shoes are, wouldn't it make more sense to save your money so you can afford to live on your own? Therefore, your child can have her own room. And yeah, at the time she might only have about 3, 4 pairs of shoes, but she has her own space and you have yours. Like priorities, people. priorities. Now, I can't talk because I live with my brother and I share a room with my son in my brother's home, but I don't work. And I'm not saying that that is an excuse, but it's a little bit more difficult because I've been to Atlanta and back here. I don't have any daycare, but everything is changing and it will change, and it's not going to change overnight, and I know that. But at the end of the day, my son has what he needs, and I come last. When his father comes home from prison, I need his father to know that now he comes last. Because it's not fair if his father, takes his money and goes out and spends it on himself and basically says, oh, well, I haven't got a chance to do this kind of stuff because I've been locked up. Not my problem, buddy. So, before I bought these earrings that were $3 a dot, and they were on sale, and before I bought this $5 shirt from Rainbow, I remember a time when, Rainbow? Are you kidding me? I would never go in Rainbow, but now I have to because they sell cheap things. And actually, this is a summer shirt. It's sheer. It's sheer. Like it's not winter clothing. And I could have put a long sleeve shirt under it. I just thought about that. I should have did it this morning, but it's like your children come first. This eyeshadow I have on, yes, it is MAC, and yes, MAC is expensive, but I purchased this makeup before I had a child. I had money, and the reason I had money was because my mom passed, so I had a trust fund, and I took my trust fund and I spent it on clothes. Because when I got my money, I was 18. I got a bunch of, tattoos, and I showed you guys my tattoos in one of my other videos. And I got a bunch of makeup and clothes, and I got Bessie Johnson bags and Coach shoes and all kinds of things. And now it's kind of fun and it's a treat because I get to pull out my stuff and be like, yes, I have all this name brand clothing and name brand crap, and it works for me and it's fun for me. But now I wish I had that money. If I could turn in 2 of my tattoos and get the money for it, I would have more money than I have in my bank account now. So it is bad and it gets worse and it can get worse and has been worse. But I'm grateful for what it is now. I'm grateful for my faith in God because He helps me so much every single day. You don't even understand because without me being in having faith in God, without that, it's like, every day is a drag. It's like you have no hope that things can get better. I have hope that things can get better. Therefore, I do better every single day. I pray for better. I strive for better. I strive for the knowledge, and I pray for the knowledge that one day I will have everything that I ever wanted and be proud of myself because I worked for it, not because someone gave it to me. I'm used to people giving me things, and that is not where it's at. You're supposed to work. You're supposed to work for what you want. You're supposed to work for what you deserve. I don't believe in people giving out freebies. And actually, I've come to grow and know that it's okay for people to help you. Before, I was really reluctant against that. I didn't want people to help me. I didn't want people to give me things. I got it for myself. I lived by myself. I paid my own bills. I did everything for myself. And when you have that independence and then all of a sudden it's taken away from you, it's really hard, especially with having a child. So the bottom line is, ladies, make sure you take care of these kids first because they need us. They need us. They cannot feed themselves and bathe themselves. They need us. So love your kids and love yourselves. And I'll talk to you guys soon. So, I'm signing out. Bye, guys.